how fast this year has gone. And as the school year is on its way out for most, summer is here. All right, what are you going to do to kick off the summer? Well, I tell you what, I can't think of a better way to start the summer than as a family reading the Bible, the Word of God. And so the Family Research Council, beginning June the 11th, is doing a 21-day Family Bible Challenge. Now, this is a part of our Stand on the Word Bible reading plan. We actually move into the New Testament on June the 11th, so it works out well. For 21 days, June 11th through July 1st, as a family, you can read through the Bible together. And we've got lots of resources available for you. And here to talk about that is Dr. Kenyn Cureton, FRC's Vice President for Christian Resources. Kenyn, welcome back to Washington Watch. Thanks for joining me.
Great to be with you, Tony. Man, I am so stoked about this Family Bible Challenge, encouraging families to read the Gospel of Matthew together. It's going to be great.
Let's talk a little bit about the resources that you have put together. So this is a comprehensive family from, a couple of years old all the way up to, whatever it might be, as old as you can be. If you're still breathing, you can be a part of this. Talk about the resources we have available.
Absolutely. Well, obviously on the foundational level, we're doing what we've always done with the Bible reading plan, and that's, we challenge folks to read the Bible together as a family in these bite-sized chunks. You mentioned it, 10 to 15 minutes a day, reading 1 or 2 chapters from the Gospel of Matthew Monday through Saturday. Plus, we have a couple of reflection questions every day, sometimes for accountability. Great to text those out each day or share them by email. And then on Sunday, we take a break from our daily reading. We gather for prayer and discussion about what God has said to each member of the family or the group you got, that what God said to them over the past week. So we've broken it down into 4 weeks. And for each of these 4 weeks, we've got 4 resources that we've got. Of course, the daily readings and the reflection questions, but we also have, for those who gather their families on Sunday, and that's such a key thing, are the chapter recaps. And that allows a parent or grandparent, a facilitator, to get the gist of each chapter of Matthew at a glance. So we're covering the chapters 1 to 7 in the first week, 8 to 17 the second week, 18 to 26 the third week, and then the last chapters in that 4th week with a bonus section in Luke. That goes all the way, really, the focus goes all the way through Independence Day weekend. And the first Sunday's Father's Day, and the last Sunday is Independence Day weekend. So we've got those chapter recaps, but we also have the age-appropriate questions. One of the ways we're doing this to engage families, and including kids and grandkids, is to do these questions so that, they are able to reflect on what God has said in His Word on a level where they are, like for example, I'm looking at the Family Bible Challenge in the very first week here, and Matthew chapter 3, it talks about the baptism of Jesus, and one of the things that it asks there is, he's talking about how God said, "This is my beloved Son in whom I'm well pleased." How do our fathers show us that we're loved and special to Him? So, it's just some discussion starters.
Right.
Kids.
And you don't have to have a theological degree to lead your family in this. We've put this thing out. We've got everything you need. It's just a matter of will. I mean, if you really want to do it, we've got it there for you. And as Kenyn said, bite-sized chunks, 10 to 15 minutes a day. And then the highlight, and you don't want to miss this, is what Kenyn was describing on the Sunday, where you just have a discussion around the dinner table after lunch about how God has spoken to you through the Word, and then as the father or the mother, whoever's leading the conversation, integrating that with what's happening in the world around us. This is about developing a biblical worldview by having a discussion over the Word of God. And Kenyn, I got a letter from a 12-year-old girl whose family has been doing the Bible reading plan. And she wrote this letter to me, and it was quite amazing coming from a 12-year-old girl writing. Said, "I'm writing this to tell you how much I appreciate and enjoy Stand on the Word. She went on to say, I just want you to know that God has used it to bless and strengthen my family spiritually. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so, and you got a 12-year-old saying, thank you for encouraging my family to do this journey through the Bible together. And Kenyn, there's a lot of studies out there that actually say kids want their parents to lead them spiritually. There might be some eye rolling, but in the heart, they are wanting to be led and nurtured by their parents spiritually.
Absolutely. And that's why this is so important when you think about it. We've talked a lot about George Barna and his research that shows that, biblical worldview, a person's worldview, is developed between, 15 months and 13 years. So we just have this brief window of opportunity to instill a biblical worldview in children and teens.
Yeah. So important, and we've got it all right there for you. Kenyn, thanks so much for joining us today and for all the work you did on putting this together. Folks, text the word Matthew to 67742. That's Matthew to 67742 to take the challenge. You'll get a link. It'll have all the resources you need to lead your family through this 21 days.